Welcome to the deconstruction of Surfacing from Venom in a Picture, my album that came out in 2024. Surfacing was a very unusual song in the way that it was brought into existence. But before I tell you about it, I should just remind you that this is presented by Sippy Downs Coffee Company. It's my coffee company, and 5% of the profits go to Support Act, an Australian music charity. Yeah, that's right. You heard right. So Surfacing was written through my band improvising for a good 4 hours or so on a rainy day in Manchester. I asked if they'd be happy to improvise. This was Rhys Jang, Chris Rabbits and James Davis, and I was just going to be a fly on the wall. I didn't want to play any instruments. I just wanted to record it and maybe help kind of quote unquote direct the improvisation when I felt it needed a bit of directing, which was very infrequently. And when I say directing, to give you an idea of the kind of crap that I would spout while they were playing amazing improvised music, I would say something like, can you make it a bit more angular? I remember was one that made everyone laugh rather than change what they were playing, understandably. So that was good fun that day. They recorded a good 4 hours of improvised music for me, and I, like a massive bell end, took about 6 seconds of that jam and looped it and made this song called Surfacing. So there is a lot more good stuff in that session. If I crack it open again, I'm sure I could sample more moments, create structured music out of those improvisations, which was the original plan, inspired by Laughing Stock, which is an album by Talk Talk, a really beautiful album written in the same way. So I thought, I want to do something like that, and ended up just grabbing about 5 to 10 seconds of that improvisation and making a song that is a bit of a nod to hip-hop, I would say. I mean, there's an undeniable Tribe Called Quest reference in there with the tempo and the double bass. That's not what they were going for, as in my band. That's not what they were going for. It was just the moment that I resonated with most in their improvisation, because I love hip-hop, I guess. So I think I'd kind of decided the song was going to be a nod to low-end theory and hip-hop in general, but obviously I'm not really a hip-hop artist. I'm certainly not a rapper, so I had fun in trying to figure out how to do that in a way that I'm comfortable with, but it's also still just on the edge of what I am comfortable with. And yeah, it was this kind of rap singing thing, not quite like Rapture, Blondie's Rapture, a bit more melodic than that, but in the same kind of cheesy delivery. But yeah, it's interesting when you're working with a loop. This is something obviously, this is second nature to lots of artists that operate in a different genre than myself, but when you just have a bed of music that's very bass heavy, it's rhythm and bass predominantly, you just have this big canvas to concentrate on lyrics, as you would expect, and it lets the audience, I think, really concentrate on the lyrics too, and that's kind of the cool hypnotic effect of dance music or hip-hop, where if something is more or less a loop, your brain processes that loop. It goes, yep, cool, got it, I've got that information. Now when I'm hearing it over and over again, I'm not having to use lots of computational power to understand what I'm hearing. It's already heard it once and it understands. It's just hearing it again and again now. So it's going to listen to the changing elements, and the changing elements are the vocals, the lyrics. So yeah, it's cool. It was quite eye-opening, I guess, in writing that song and understanding how that kind of music works for the listener and for the creator as well. Yeah, so it was quite an unusual approach to writing a very short song, but definitely left me wanting to do it again or something similar. So I'm sure I will. It was also the second part, the sort of counterpart to the song Sunk on this album. So they were released as like a multimedia project, the song Sunk and the song Surfacing, with a freediving photographer named Mark Tilley. So this was prior to the album release. We put out a multimedia NFT project where we used a bunch of his amazing black and white freediving photography with these two songs, and the photos were kind of paired with the songs in reference to surfacing or sinking. The song is called Surfacing because in the lyrics it might be kind of vague and cryptic and fairly unintentional when I wrote it, I guess, but there are lots of references to what I think is quite a British way of just taking your lumps and like just getting on with the show, I guess. So this was, I can't remember when it was written, but I know it was written at a fairly turbulent time, and I didn't want to write a sob story song. I wanted to write a song that reflected the ability to like just not suck it up, but like just plod on. And that's why there's references to, you know, using like comedy as a survival technique, which is obviously something Brits are renowned for, and yeah, that kind of thing. It's like just got a bit of a, well, let's not dwell on things, let's get on with it. And that's why the song's kind of got this ploddy kind of rhythm to it. It doesn't sound somber. It sounds a little bit sinister, but it certainly doesn't sound somber. Yeah, so I think I've just about covered it there for like a minute and a half's worth of music. I've managed to talk for at least triple that, I imagine. But yeah, so that's Surfacing. That's the deconstruction of Surfacing. A weird song, a short song, a very fun song, a song I'm really proud of, and it's a good little moment captured of my band just having fun and doing their thing with very little difficult direction to follow. So it's cool. Let me know if you like the song. Let me know if there's a favourite song from this album. I like to know what you guys are making of the stuff that I'm putting out. Whether it's good or bad, I don't really mind. It's just nice to get a little bit of feedback and conversation around the music itself and this stuff as well, these kinds of videos. So cool. Deconstruction over. See you next time for the song Fury. Fury is next.